spoke to us a little bit about the weight room and the refueling room in your office and the upgrades that have happened there. But so much of this program has been built on transfers, and when you were first trying to get them to come, that wasn't there yet. And I imagine that that's been somewhat of a build that has to happen. But I'm curious, how much the support that's come from outside in terms of the fan base, the boosters, the donors, the collective has played a role in St. John's getting to where it is right now.
I'll give you an example. If I was at Kentucky and we needed this, what's the name of that machine that we wanted, Kenny? Cryo. Yeah, this machine that everybody has and we didn't have. So I'm not going to go in St. John's. I just called up two boosters and said, look, we need this machine. We want Kadari to live in it, sleep in it. And right away he said, got it, you got to order the machine. So we have those type of people that we can go to at St. John's, but they're just like our students. They didn't have anything when they came to St. John's, and they made themselves tremendous success stories. So the reason, I grew up, many times I told you, first 9 years of my life on 26th Street. My father was in the trucking business. He got out of it because the mob took over the garment district, and he became the superintendent of a building. My mom worked as an assistant director at Bellevue Hospital. We didn't have anything, and what I am today is because we had nothing. There's no silver spoons with the guys in this team. There's no silver spoons at St. John's. They do it the hard way, and then they become highly successful, because that's a gift. When you have very little and you have great desire to make it, that's a great gift from God. When your parents give you everything, that's not a gift at all. That's a phony gift that's going to stop you from reaching your potential.
We have time for one more. Larry?
A little over a year ago, you had that press conference against the game against Pitino where you kind of lamented the athleticism, the lack of it. You're 32-5, and what's it like to go from that moment to the moment where you're discussing?
Well, I know my team, and I knew how that would affect them. I knew one thing about Jordan Dingle and Ludden, they have great pride, and I try to use social media at times, try to use you at times as a motivating factor. With the exception, your coverage, with the exception of cutting down the nets, has been unbelievable this year. And I really do appreciate it. You guys have been awesome for us, but you're part of our team. I know New York. I know when you lose, you're not supposed to be part of the team. It's the greatest city in the world. It's a city of winners. It's a city of tough people and strong people, and we're just part of that strength. We are New York strong here. We don't win the prettiest way, but we are New York tough, and we're very proud of that. We're very proud of that. We're very proud of the Garden. To me, it's the most special feeling in the world. Somebody sent a picture of when the Knicks clinched the other night, and I sent it to Sal and Joel. And to tell you the truth, I looked much better back then. But it was just as much fun back then as it is tonight. I'm so excited that I get to be the head coach that plays at Madison Square Garden. I'm very excited to be the head coach of St. John's, because you grow to love a place not because of the weight room. You grow to love the place because of the facilities. I've had Steve Dombrowski's a terrific SID, and I've been Kenny Klein was with me for 17 years. He's in the Sports Hall of Fame. And when Steve had to go to the Bahamas to take some time off because it's in his contract, Kenny came in, and it's been so much joy. And I got a great AD now, but I worked for the greatest AD in the history of basketball, Tom Jurich over here. Think about this. For all of you, think about this. The Board of Trustees, who were all UK people, who got elected by the governor, put in Louisville, wanted to fire me. I said, Tom, please fire me. Let me get paid something. And he said, absolutely not. I said, but they're going to fire you, Tom. He said, I don't care. I can't look myself in the mirror. I'm getting fired by you. We went to campus, and Tom had to walk across the campus. He knew he was going to get fired. He walked up the steps, and they asked him to resign. He said, I'm not resigning. And he came back. I said, what happened? He said, they fired me. As I was walking up the steps, he came down. I said, what's going to happen to me? They're going to fire you. And we both laughed kind of, but there's not anybody in the business, no person on earth that would do what he did, except biblical times. But nobody on him. So for him to come and see us clinch the championship today is unbelievable. What he did at Louisville was magical. Football top 10, women's basketball top 10, basketball top 10, soccer national championship. There's other sports I'm missing, and he built a whole campus of facilities. St. John's is a Taj Mahal compared to what Louisville was. So I'm excited that Kenny could come in. I'm excited that Tom came in with his wife Tara Lynn. It means a lot to me personally, because if it wasn't for them, and also I want to mention one more thing, and I'll get off this pulpit. Seamus Carey at Iona was there today, the president of Iona, along with one of my players, his son. I'm not at St. John's if it wasn't for Seamus Carey. I'm not at St. John's. I don't have this moment tonight. He flew over with the AD, Matt Glavowski, to Madrid, Spain. We sat in an Irish pub, and I said, look, guys, I don't break rules. You got to trust me. They're going to drag it out and fight. He said, don't say another word. I went to your basketball camp. I know what you're all about. You don't have to explain anything. We want you to come to Iona. And that was it. So every time in life, whether you're 17 trying to get your first job or whether you're trying to get your next job, there's a person out there that has to give you the break. And Seamus Carey gave me the break when everybody didn't believe that I was getting back in basketball. So I thank him. Tom, I love you. I thank you. Kenny, I'm glad you could spend the next 3 or 4 years with us. It's awesome. Great. And I thank all of you for everything you've... and Father Shanley, thank you for bringing me to St. John's. Now that I thank everybody, I'm going to go to Jameson's and Ginger. Thank you. Well, just the reputation he had at Providence. All the Providence people put him on a pedestal and was revered. And I thought St. John's had to totally change. And you need a great leader at the top. And I knew what he did. Well, I went to Providence for our reunion. I didn't know the campus. I didn't recognize the campus. I saw a practice facility that I couldn't believe, selling out every game, and everybody gave him the credit. So there's no doubt in my mind I would never, ever have taken the job if he wasn't the president.
Thanks. Congratulations.
Yo.
The tournament? Text me. Let's coordinate with the Sounds good. Get up here.
Move over. Here's the man who bought us the machine.
Thank you. All right, let's go, John. No, that's great.
James Carey's a good friend of mine. The guy who's working in Iona.
Oh, really? Okay.
Nice guy.